Is our universe alive? Are we part of a larger consciousness that permeates the universe? I mean, take a look at our universe. How much does it mix with a creature's brain cells? Similar structures, similar connections, and similar activities that are going on according to the same laws and laws of physics. Well, this is not some fancy imagination. In 2020, a team of scientists, including astrophysicist Franco Vazza and neurosurgeon Alberto Folletti, stumbled upon a mesmerizing discovery while investigating the cerebellum and cerebrum. Under a microscope at 40x magnification, they noticed structures in the brain that not only looked oddly familiar but also seemed intricately linked to the cosmos, as revealed by the James Webb Space Telescope. This raises an intriguing question: what could the profound connection between our brains and the universe signify? Our universe is a very large brain of an advanced being. Well, in a few minutes, you will know what that research has done. But for now, if scientists never even know that the universe is a huge brain, then too, mind you, very soon, they will be able to change it into a living brain. Because our scientists are working on nanobots that can swallow the entire Earth in 20 months. And in a few years, the entire universe. This is interesting. But is this something that we humans are afraid of? Or is it a great achievement of humanity? And what exactly is a nanobot? We will understand this in detail in the story. But before that, first things first. Let's see what these two researchers have in mind and in the universe. So, the experiment of Vazza and Folletti was quite simple. They checked the similarities between our brain and the universe on 3 basic parameters. First, appearance. Second, structure. And third, composition. So, first of all, when they compared the universe and the brain, they didn't see any similarity in the universe. But then, out of curiosity, they thought, why don't we magnify these brain structures in the microscope? Let's see how patterns are seen. And then, as soon as they magnified, they saw this. In the brain samples, there were small dots like galaxies in the universe.
That is, the brain samples and the images of the universe. But after zooming a little, they started to see similarities. And finally, when they zoomed these samples to their maximum magnification, then they were able to see the similarities. They were literally shocked. Because at this point, they also started to see the lines that connect those dots with the small dots in both the samples. Just like the image of the universe. So, once again, as you can see here, our brain and the universe both look quite similar in terms of structure. And so, after ticking the first parameter, it was now time to examine their second parameter, and the result of this investigation turned out to be something that they probably never expected. They saw that on an average, 1 neuron of the brain is connected to 4 neurons next to it. And on an average, 1 galaxy in the universe is also connected to 5 galaxies next to it. This was crazy. On the micro level, their structure had such a striking similarity. Both these parameters were pointing in the direction that the universe might actually be a brain. But to further clarify this, they also started to compare them on their final parameter. In this, they first compared the numbers of the objects in both of them. And according to their calculations, there are 69 billion neurons in the brain, and there are 100 billion galaxies in the universe. And now, I know it might seem like a lot of difference, but surprisingly, the brain has 69 billion neurons, it has 30% mass, and the universe has 100 billion galaxies. You guessed it right, the universe has 30% mass. And that's not all. These similarities do not end here. The remaining 70% mass composition of these neurons is also similar. I mean, both the entities, that is, the brain and the universe, are made up of such inert substances that do not interact with anything around them. In the case of the brain, for example, that substance is water, and in the case of the universe, that substance is dark energy. But friends, hold on a bit. Can we call the universe a replica of the brain on the basis of structural similarities? Because the major task of the brain is to think. So can our universe think too? Is our universe alive? If yes, then how will we know? So look, when there is a tumult in the neurons at the atomic level, then they get influenced by it and start acting randomly. During this act, they also influence the neurons around them, which creates a connection between all those neurons, and that connection gives birth to thoughts in the brain. Just like this, when the planets, stars, and asteroids in the galaxy collide with another planet or star, or interact gravitationally, then because of their random movements, things around them also get influenced. And these interactions influence the gravity of the entire galaxy, which in turn, communicate with other galaxies with the help of this. And this is when an event is created in the universe. Just like a thought in our brain. So are these universal events actually the thoughts of the universe? Now, because of the interactions in the neurons, if the brain can be alive, then can we say that the universe is also alive? Because of the interactions in the galaxies? Well, that's a fascinating thought, right? Now, just because we don't have the answer to this question, maybe you are also feeling that this concept is very silly. But let me inform you. There is a major reason for scientists to follow such weird and silly thoughts. That is, because of the universe's brain. Many of the long-standing problems of physics can be solved, including the biggest problem of the all, finding the connection between quantum physics and classical physics. So Einstein's relativity predicts the behavior of large objects like black holes and galaxies. And quantum mechanics predicts the behavior of small objects like electrons, protons, quarks, and atoms. Both theories are completely useless outside their domains. And scientists have not yet been able to find any such theory or equation, which can predict the behavior of all objects from protons to galaxies. Now, do you remember something? For the theory of everything, we have been looking for a single equation for a long time. One equation that can describe the entire universe. Besides, there are 26 physical constants in our universe today, due to which our universe has been able to be formed and fixed due to the right amount of them. For example, take the gravitational constant. If its value is a little higher or lower, then our universe would never be able to be formed. And in 1961, astrophysicist Robert Dicke has proved it. So, this means it is absolutely clear. Understanding the universe as a replica of the brain, many things start to make sense. But friends, you know what? Where one group of scientists are supporting it, there is another lobby there, which considers it total nonsense. They feel that this is just our confirmation bias, which is showing us the same thing that we want to see. Our brain's size is 140 millimeters. And in that, electrical signals or information travels at a speed of 100 m per second. That is, in our case, a thought is generated instantaneously. Now, if we apply the same thing to the universe, then the size of the observable universe is 93 billion light-years. And in this, information travels at a speed of 3 by 10 raised to the power of 8 m per second. That is, in comparison to our brain, it will take tens of billions of years for a thought to be generated in the universe. Whereas the age of this universe is 13.6 billion years. And that is why, friends, we will need some more solid proof before we can truly conclude that yes, the universe is really a brain. And scientists are still working on it. But this concept has opened the floodgates of imagination. Just like the simulation theory, which claims that our universe is a simulation created by an advanced alien species. Discussing the simulation and the potential transformation of the universe into a colossal brain, consider the rapid advancement of human technology, anticipating the creation of nanobots by 2030 that can self-replicate and potentially wreak havoc if misused. Surprisingly, reports suggest such nanobots were developed in 2020 using frog stem cells enhanced with AI capabilities. The observed behavior of AI-modified cells devouring normal cells and reproducing at a rapid rate raises alarming prospects. If this continues, the Earth could be dominated in just 20 months, leading to a network of consciousness expanding from galaxies to the entire universe. As we grapple with these possibilities, one lingering question remains. Friends, what are your thoughts? Could our universe be the brain of an advanced being? Share your opinions in the comments, as every day brings new hypotheses about the universe. I hope this sparks your curiosity, offering a fresh perspective. If so, subscribe, like, and stay curious.